Hello, welcome back, and as always, I hope you're doing well. Right, notice anything different today? No, not at all? Before I start, I want to say thank you all who wish me well. I had a little op on Friday, weren't a major op. I had a lump behind my ear and I tried to get it removed. Alas, they couldn't do it, but I do have a nice plaster behind me ear now and 2 holes in my head. What? Back to the drawing board, I guess. But thank you all. And I was supposed to put this video out yesterday, Saturday comments video, as you know, but I spent all day watching Apocalypse Now. I watched a load of movies yesterday and just sort of lounged around on the sofa feeling sorry for myself, which is no good for anyone really. So I'm doing this Sunday morning, but this should have been my Saturday morning comments video, and I'm going to play it anyway. Saturday. Right, the first comment is from, and I've got a little bit of a correction, but you'll get this after the first 2 comments, guys. Right, the first comment is from Mr. Draven Lee. Remember I credited Draven for the Billy Chan nunchaku. He spotted the different guards, the swap, and I credited Draven Lee. Well, he said this: "Hey Stripey, thanks for the mention, but I have to confess it wasn't me who commented about Billy Chan replacing the stunt guy. To be honest, I hadn't noticed either. Thought I'd mention this as I'm not in the habit of taking credit for someone else's wisdom. Thanks for your honesty, Draven. Honestly, I've got to get my facts a little bit better. I don't want to end up becoming like the one who shall remain nameless." But anyway, we found out who'd done the comment because JW Floating World, he commented, and he said this: "Hi Stripey, it may have been me who mentioned it to you in the comments on the Nunchuck Speed video a couple of months ago. My apologies for that, JW. Honestly, I really have got to start writing the names next to the people that write these comments. I normally do, but like I said, it was a few months ago now. It was on my speeded up Nunchaku video, and it was in the comments video I'd done after that. So thanks for that, guys, for clearing it up, and I apologise to everyone for crediting the wrong person.
Please try to find a way to forgive me."
Cheers, people. Right, this next comment is from the Humble Collector UK, and he asked me this: "Did you ever tell us how you came up with Stripey Ramble's name?" Right, he's asked me this numerous times, why I call myself Stripey Rambles. Well, my surname is Stripe, and all my mates growing up and still call me Stripey. I think you can work out the rest, can't you? I tend to go on a little bit sometimes. Anyway, right, so there you go, mate. That's it. That's why I call myself Stripey Rambles. Right, but thanks for the comment, mate. I did appreciate it. Right, the next comment is from Joe Vaggett 2103. And Joe wrote this: "I rarely comment on videos, but I am going to try and get better at it. I thoroughly enjoy your videos. At almost 67 years old, having 3 knee surgeries, open heart surgery, extensive neck surgery, I'm still training. I can still run and kick, and I train 4 to 5 times a week." Wow, I'm impressed. First, I thank God for his healing. Bruce was, and still is, a huge inspiration, and I attribute much of what I can still do to his training philosophies and motivation. Thank you for keeping his memory alive, sir. Comments like that make all the hassle I get with YouTube worthwhile. Joe, thank you, sir. I really did appreciate your comment. Thanks, mate. Right, the next comment is from Super McCone, and he wrote this: "Have you ever noticed Han's stuntman, Lam Ching Ying, wearing a leather face shield as he drives his knife hand through the glass showcase just before going into the room of mirrors? I saw it years ago, but never heard anyone mention it." I had noticed that actually, and I did think about doing another bloopers, things you didn't know about, Enter the Dragon. You can see in the making of Enter the Dragon, Lam Ching Ying dressed in the Han as Bruce is about to kick him, and Bruce has got some sort of like shawl or loose top on. You can see him practicing, but yeah, I did notice it. And there's loads of little anomalies. When Han first comes out to the tournament opening, he comes out with a blue jacket on, changes to brown. Jim Kelly comes out when Han first comes down, he's clearly got black trainers on, but when he's fighting Parsons, They're white trainers. There's loads of these. I may do videos on them in the future. It's probably, and someone quite rightly commented, it was probably because they was using real glass. When he put the fingers through the glass, they was using real glass. So it was just to protect any splinters coming up and hitting him in the face, I guess. But appreciated your comment, mate. Thank you very much. Right, the next comment is from CY1627. And he wrote this. Hi Stripey, I've probably asked you before, or maybe not, but on Fist of Fury, I've always wondered what the Japanese men are yelling who are jumping up and down behind the cops who are about to shoot Chen Zhen. Have you any idea? As for the jumpers themselves, I always thought they were Chinese people warning Chen, but one of them is dressed in traditional Japanese clothes, so they have to be Japanese. I think it's just the locals, to be honest with you. In Shanghai at the time, I think there was a mixture of Chinese and Japanese, and they was all outraged, because obviously, to them, he was a murderer who kept hanging bodies up in the street on lampposts, so I think they was all just behind them, screaming and shouting. That's what I think anyway. Let me know what you think down below. But I did appreciate your comment, mate. Thank you very much. Right, the next comment is from JW Floating World again, and he wrote this. Yes to both of them. He knew that obviously Billy Chan was swapped with the other stuntman and there was a guy catching down below. Do you know what? I didn't actually notice that until I was doing the Billy Chan video, and I thought, what's he doing down there? I didn't notice. I did say that in the video as well. The L-shaped pose with the Eskrima sticks is a variation of the on-guard stance used by Dan Inosanto in Game of Death, like this. Also, the nunchucks used in Enter the Dragon and owned by Norman Boring are up for sale by Julien's auctions soon. Check them and loads of other stuff out on their website. I did have a look at Julien's auctions. I'll get to that in a minute. But thanks for the comment, JW, and like I said earlier, sorry about not crediting you to that original point out of Billy Chan. Right, this is on the Julien's auction legends post that I posted, because after JW commented on that, I made a post and put a few pictures on there of the Julien's auction. Apparently they're selling a lot of real Bruce Lee paraphernalia, so this is one of the comments I got on there from 30 Plus Fitness TV. Looking forward to meeting you in 2 weeks today. It's Sunday today. And he wrote, I'm always a little bit sceptical when it comes to these auctions. There was a few other people that had similar sentiments. They was very sceptical about some of these articles being genuinely articles. And I feel the same way too, to be honest with you. I mean, there's all sorts. There's the Enter the Dragon trunks that he wore when he was with Sammo, as well as the Kenpo gloves. They're on there. There's various jackets, drawings, Enter the Dragon nunchaku, Fist of Fury nunchaku, as well as his home training ones. The big boss tops, you know, what do they call them? The Lee Kung Man tops. Like there was like an undershirt really. I think Bruce Lee popularised them, but in the Big Boss. I'm sceptical too, and I even, when I last spoke to Steve Kerridge, I asked him about it as well, and he's a little bit sceptical also. I know they have certificates of authenticity, but my argument is this really. How have they saved all this stuff? Like the Big Boss tops, like there's a long sleeve one. And I know one of them got ruined by the boss in the main fight at the end. The arm got torn off. But at the time of the Big Boss was made, Bruce Lee wasn't really a known actor. So what's the chances of them keeping them tops all these years later? I am very, very sceptical. I mean, if they kept the tops and the other bits and pieces, what about the footage they didn't use? That just got brushed up, but they kept the clothing? I don't know. It sounds very. I would be I'd be very cautious. But people are bidding on these items. They really are, and they are up for a lot of money. They have got letters of authenticity, but I still would be sceptical. But you know, if people want these things, and I love the display cases that the nunchakus are in. They look fantastic. I will put a link to it down below, but have a look for yourself. But bear what I've said in mind. We're talking like 53 years ago now. I don't know. I'd be a little bit sceptical. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you all for your well wishes on the Shame it didn't work, but there you go, it is what it is. And thank everyone who takes the time to watch the videos, comments. I really do appreciate it. And of course, my amazing Patreons. Thank you guys. Really mean it. Right, with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. Have yourselves an amazing week, guys. Only 2 weeks now. 2 weeks today till the Rise of the Dragon event. You'll spot me, I'll be the one wearing the soppy hat. Right. Have a great week, guys. Much love. And I'll be back with another ramble real soon. You take care of yourselves now.